I want to start the PowerPoint. Joanne, can you, it's on the jump drive there. The comp plan actually will allow us all to build the income of our dreams. Whether that means that you just want enough money to pay for your car payment, or if you really have the dream that your whole family can be like Celeste Gwen and just take off and go to Africa for a safari for 3 weeks, right? It's whatever you want out of this. It's absolutely possible. And there are 11 ways to earn money with Plexus and build the income of your dreams. And I'm going to try to go over these because when I started Plexus, for a long time I did not understand the comp plan. It's taken me quite a while to actually really be able to grasp this. So I'm hoping to maybe make it a little simpler. Go to the next slide. The cornerstone, and this to me is the really big thing that I want you to take away from this, is that the Plexus points are the cornerstone of how the program works. And we're going to get into the sales and the commissions and all of those things, but the Plexus points are where you're going to make your money. So this distinguishes Plexus from every other MLM. If you've ever been involved in any other network marketing, you will find that this is the one thing that sets us apart. I'm going to go over this a little bit and then I'm going to do a little demonstration. So points are awarded to you for all qualified ambassadors on your organization within the levels you are entitled. That means that if you have a level 1, a team member, and they have their auto qualification turned on, that is a qualified ambassador. So that's what that means. By sponsoring new ambassadors and assisting those people to get sponsors, to sponsor people as well, you increase the number of points. And I'm going to explain this in a better way in a minute. I just want to go over it this way. Every single month when you get a check, if you have people that you have sponsored, you earn points for every qualified ambassador up to 7 compressed levels. What that means is if you've sponsored someone along the way and they've gotten people and they quit, then the people that they brought in now belong to you. So if they quit, it's compressed is what that means. The more points you earn, the higher your paycheck. So I gave some friends little papers. I would like for y'all to come up here if I gave you a paper with a number. Oh, mine's, you stand there. I have to get my paper because I'm in on this too. Okay. So think of Dawn as kind of the great-great-grandma. Because Celeste would be the grandpoobah.
She is the grandpoobah.
She is the grandpoobah. But Dawn is level 1 because Dawn sponsored me. I am her level 2. I sponsored Michelle. She is my level 3, but she is she's my level 2, but she's Dawn's level 3. Does this make sense? And then Heidi, Michelle sponsored Heidi. So now Dawn has this what we call downline. If you've never been in network marketing, you understand what we're talking about, downline. And then Heidi has sponsored Linda. So Dawn now, guess what? She gets paid for every one of us. I get paid for every one of them. And the reason that we're getting paid for that is because Celeste is getting paid.
She's getting paid too.
Celeste is getting paid too. Because each of us is worth a number of points. So if you're a level 1, you're actually worth 5 points. If you're a level 2, you're worth 5 points. If you're a level 3, you're worth 5 points. When you start getting down to level 4, you're 4 points. Level 5, 3 points, and 6 and 7 go down to 2 and 1. I didn't have anybody here on my team that was that far down yet. Now, you guys can sit down.
So they understand how far that out. I've been doing this for a little over a year, and I've only gone out 6 levels, and there's only 2 level 6s. So I haven't even made it all the way out to my 7 after a year. But when they get there, I get paid on that.
You still get paid.
It should be kind of a big picture of how long.
So the reason that I did that is I just wanted a visual of you to kind of understand when I start talking about how much these points are worth and why. Can you go to the next slide? Okay. So we just kind of went over this. So you can see levels 1 through 3, I showed you that visually, but here it is again. So think about this on an income scale. If you sponsored 3 ambassadors, and every one of you, or 3, sponsored 3 ambassadors, you're going to hear this often, the power of 3, because it is really powerful. And everyone duplicated your efforts. That's only 3 people. Okay, we're not talking about building a team of 100 people, which can happen. But if I do 3, Dawn did 3, I did 3, Michelle does 3, Heidi does 3. Okay, we're going down. Go to the next slide. The Plexus points are always guaranteed never to be below $1.80, worth $1.80. But they've never been that low since I've been in here. Historically, they've been $2.89 to $4.89 each. I think there have been like a $3.60 recently, something like that. So I just kind of averaged it. So I call this the sleeping money, because this is money that's just going to come to you regardless, right? So at $3.25 per point, your earnings from the points of each of these people would be $438.75 just from Plexus points. Now, we haven't sold anything yet, okay? So understand that power of 3 and those sponsoring ambassadors is where you're going to get this, what I call the sleeping money. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, next we're going to kind of go over the how you rank in here and how you get those levels. So if you have someone that comes on and they want to buy the product wholesale, they don't want to sell it. Some of you have these folks that don't want to turn an auto qualification on and don't want that backup order every month, but they just want to get the products wholesale. They call it an associate. And you'll see it in your back office. It says ASSC, I believe. I don't think it says ASSC. So they cannot participate in getting points or getting retail reward commissions. None of those things. They are not qualified. Remember I said you have to have a qualified ambassador for all these things to be happening. So you really, really, really want to encourage all of your people that you sponsor to let's go to the next slide, to become an ambassador. When you're an ambassador, your membership is current, you have an auto qual turned on, you can buy your products at wholesale, you can now sponsor new ambassadors, and you can sign up preferred and retail customers, and you earn income. So this is your next step. A senior ambassador, you personally sponsored or brought in as a team member 2 qualified ambassadors. Now you earn Plexus points on your level 1 through 3. You become a senior ambassador. And silver ambassador, which a lot of people, this is when the big one comes and we actually put the Facebook post and you get the silver high heels or whatever. You personally sponsor and maintain 3 qualified ambassadors. We have quite a few silver ambassadors.
Here, raise your hand if you're a silver in here. For my silvers.
And boy, when you get that silver, it feels good. They send you this nice certificate and a pin, and it's fun.
Your checks get bigger.
And the checks get bigger. They automatically start getting bigger because, let's go to the next. Because now you're getting paid on your levels 1 through 5. And you also get automatically that next Friday an achievement bonus of $100. So once you've sponsored 3 people, become silver, you get a bonus. Then you move up and you want to become gold. And I think, Lisa, you're gold, and I'm gold, Michelle's gold. We've got Joanna's gold, so we've got quite a few golds. This one you have to have a minimum of 100 points. We're talking about these points, these 5, that I was just showing you, these people. And it's so fun because you go in your back office and you look, and every day you're looking to see how many points are in your organization until you get to that 100, and it's really, really a fun kind of game to see. 15 of those points have to come outside of your primary leg. That means other people on your team have sponsored. Your primary leg are the people you personally sponsor. You also receive a one-time achievement bonus of $250, and now you get paid on levels 1 through 5.
I just want to say something. What's interesting too is that 100 points can be all types of combinations. So once you get past silver, it doesn't matter how many you personally sponsored. It's how many your organization. So you could have 3 level 1s, but then you could have level 2s, level 3s, level 4s. So it doesn't matter. So teams will look all different in size because it's all point based.
Because you didn't pay on those different levels.
Yeah.
All right, then senior gold, you have to have 250 points in your first 5 levels, and so on and so forth. You can see these. Then you go to ruby, which is a really big deal to get to ruby. You have to have 500 points. So you can visualize this in your head. If each person is either worth 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, you kind of can think in your head how many people will it take to get 500 points. But boy, when you do, multiply that times $3.60, and that's your sleeping check, I call it, that's coming in without you having to go out and sell product. It's coming every month, and it's really fun. So this one you get paid on your levels 1 through 6. Let's go to the next one.
Points only come from ambassadors, not
Exactly. Your points definitely are coming from sponsoring. Okay, senior ruby, this is what Dawn is. This is when you're getting close to becoming what we call a jewel. This is like the end of the road when you're kind of holding your breath to get to that next big step. You have to have a minimum of 750 points. And you're paid now on levels 1 through 7, and you get an achievement bonus of $750. I'm not a math person, but if you multiply 750 times $3.60, nice change, right? You haven't sold anything yet, right? You've not sold anything. This is why I love Plexus.
That's $2,700.
How much is it?
$2,700.
$2,700, and you haven't sold anything. Like, really? Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, this is when the big guns come in. You become emerald, and every day I go, Dawn, how close are you? How close are you? When's it going to happen? Her kids are now saying to me, when's Mom going to be an emerald? It'll be soon, guys. I promise it'll be soon. So, this one you have to have 1,500 points with 375 of those coming outside of your primary leg. Do you understand why your team is so important now? Because if she had all those level 1s, it wouldn't matter. She's got to have 375 coming from us, right? So now you get paid on 1 through 7, and you get a Lexus, and now you're considered a jewel, which I don't think we have any jewels yet in Virginia. I'm hoping with all my heart she's our first jewel. All right, let's go to the next one. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about the pools at the end, so we'll get into that. Then you become a sapphire, and you can see that, these are the next levels in jewels. And then we'll go to the next one, is your big guns. That's the diamond. That's the ultimate that we all want to get to. And you can see you have 4,500 points. But all of these have got to come from your downline, your team. What's 4,500, Dawn? What's 4,500 times 360?
16,000.
Yeah, that's how much money is coming before you've even sold anything. It's so amazing. All right, let's go. You can tell I get really excited. All right, so now let's talk this.